In this episode of Relationship 911, Marissa wants to know, can taking breaks from a relationship actually help a relationship?
I think so. I think when you take a break from a relationship when it's not working, it gives you time to actually do your journal writing, heal your heart, cry your tears, talk to friends, go get a counselor, get a coach, do the work you need to do instead of working and pushing and blaming and making the relationship suffer in order to get out of it what you want. I think a lot of times people go and they attack their partner and they break the relationship apart when actually what it needed was a little bit of breathing room to go and own some of the stuff that you aren't happy about or that your partner may have reflected to you that you don't like, and you get some clarity around it and have some space. Now, what I'm not saying is you need to break up in order to get that space. I'm saying, like, if you live together, maybe you need to go and spend the night, one night or 2 nights at a friend's house and do some of the work. Maybe you need to engage in getting a coach or getting some additional outside resource that isn't a friend who takes one side or the other, so that there's a neutrality inside of the relationship and that there's some space between the fighting or the upset or the blame. Because a lot of times in relationship we think, if I just talk it out and I get to the root cause of it, then it'll start getting better. But not if it comes from a directional blame, where it's not really opening the doors and both parties are involved in taking responsibility for what's going on.
So to me, there's 2 parts to the conversation. The first one is, why is this even coming forward? So clearly something in the relationship's not working and you're looking at how can we solve this? So is taking a break access to solving whatever is not working in the relationship? Possibly. So the first thing is identifying what's not working in the relationship and seeing if that's something that could potentially be worked out without having to take a break. Now, maybe people need space. Maybe people need time. Maybe people need perspective. Maybe people need to be apart in order to see, oh my God, this was so good. I really need to be together. So in those situations, taking a break often does help a relationship because it provides something that the people aren't seeing when they're together all the time, which is perspective. So I don't have an answer for you whether or not it will absolutely help your relationship, but it could. I think it's really 2 parts. One is what's causing you to even consider it, and maybe you could work that together, or maybe you need a little time and space, and then you can still have to look at the same thing, because with the perspective, when you get back together, it's probably still going to be there, so it's still going to be something you have to figure out anyhow.
And lastly, whenever you're asking a question like this, it's never one partner. You know, if one partner wants to take a break and the other doesn't, it's not always a good idea to take the break, because the person that doesn't want to can feel very left behind, isolated, abandoned. It can bring up a lot of their childhood issues if those are their issues. So what I would suggest is get really clear. Where is it coming from? Why is it the suggested solution? And then make sure that both of you, if you're going to take a break, are in agreement that that is the best idea for the greatest chance of solution.
And really, unlike Rachel and Ross, clearly define what does it mean when you're taking a break, what are the rules, so that if you do get back together, there's not more stuff that needs to be worked through.
Love it.
So if this resonated with you, if you like Friends, if you've ever taken a break, please comment below. We'd love to hear your feedback.
And click the like button and subscribe for more Relationship 911.